Hello everybody, my name is Tina. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you are all well, better than me. If you can hear my voice, it's worse than it normally is. I don't know, some people like my voice, some people hate it. I get more likes though, I'll say that. I get more likes. I don't understand it. But I am not feeling well today, so my energy might be a little down. But I wanted to get this out because I think it's important to bring awareness to your MIPS composite performance score, because you're going to constantly hear MIPS score, MIPS score, MIPS score. Well, you're definitely going to hear it from me, because today's video is on why it's important to protect your score and why it's important to invest in your score, which is even more the fun part. Why should you invest in your MIPS score? Why should you invest in all of this reporting and reporting requirements, and everybody's angry about the difference in the changes in healthcare? And I mean, I hear this constantly, which is, I just want to stop and bring to your attention why you should protect your score and why it's important to invest in your score. I want everybody on board with this macro evolution. Remember, that's like my whole goal, is to educate everybody and to get everybody on board, to get everybody successful. This is super important to everybody's future. Okay. So there's a lot of reports, and I did at least 2 videos on this already about the MIPS score and who's reporting for you, and by law who's supposed to report for you, and who is reporting and who isn't. Let's just stop. It is by law. The ACO can absolutely report your quality data. That is the law. However, or if you're a hospital employee, they can report for you. However, I still want you to be accountable for, hold them accountable for your score. How are they capturing your score? How are they getting your score? How are they getting the data for your score? Is it the most accurate score you can get? I mean, these are questions you need to address. You want to protect your score and invest in your score for these 4 reasons. See that? Your score is your report card. Your score is now your shadow, okay? Any clinician out there who's listening, your score is going to follow you around like your shadow, okay? So for 2 years, you're going to have a shadow, and your shadow is going to be that score. This is why it's super important for me to push out these videos. You have to understand this. Your score is important because it's, number 1, your reimbursement. Number 2, it's going to drive business to your practice. I'm going to show you all these things. It's going to drive business to your practice. It is going to literally make or break you. It could, if you have high scores, you can stay in business. If you have low scores, you're probably going to close, your doors are going to close. You're going to be out of business. And that's harsh, but it is the reality. Your score is so super important. It's super important for so many different reasons. Reasons. Your score is your shadow. It's going to follow you when you go home. It's going to follow you in your paycheck. It's going to follow you on the internet for 2 years. Okay? That's how important your score is. So let's get into it. The score shouldn't be a scary thing. I know it's scary because it's uncertain. Nobody understands this really macro thing, and I know that's why it's scary, which is why I do these videos, because I want to say it to you without like the legalese and you know, in layman's terms, basically. So the score follows you around like your shadow, okay? That's why it's important to know who's in your group. If you're doing individual or if you're doing group reporting, that's why it's important to ask those questions of the ACO. Who's in your group? What are their scores? What does everybody look like before I join your group? Hospital, I want to be employed by you. What do the scores look like? What are you guys doing about the MIPS reporting? How are you staying up to date on all the changes that are going to come out until late in the year? Late, I mean like late fall. There'll be changes to MACRA all the way through late fall. Who's staying up on this? Your score is your paycheck. Okay. So first year is 4%, right? So 4%. So that's about I don't know. No, I do know. It's $28,800 that you can lose a year. Just the first year. If you don't understand your score, don't understand MACRA, don't understand what you're doing, what you have to do. The second year, $36,000 because it's 5%. The third year, $57,000. I have it right here, that's why I'm looking, because I don't remember. $57,000 you can lose in the third year. Fourth year, you can lose up to $64,800. That's how much money that you were getting and now you're not going to get. I mean, are you kidding me? This is how important this is. So, it follows you around like a shadow, and that's the money that you can lose. First year, $28,800. Would have been in your pocket. Now it's out of your pocket. That's a bunch of crap. That's why you got to get high scores. That's why you have to get educated. That's why you have to have assessments, okay? Let me get to my next slide. So I said, that's the shadow. Physician compare. This is the other reason why it's important. You don't want shitty scores, okay? You don't, because then CMS is gonna plaster them all over the internet, right? Physician compare, CMS.gov, all your commercial insurance payers are gonna have it, all your scores from them are gonna be on those websites, and even Yelp. Even Yelp is gonna have your score. I mean, can you believe this? Physician compare, it's no small potatoes, 100,000 clicks per day. From patients looking for new doctors. From patients looking for new doctors. You want to know how many patients? You want to know how many patients are going to be in Medicare? 79 million. 79 million new patients by 2030. 79. There's so many new Medicare patients right now, and I always hear this. I'm going to say it again. All my patients love me. They're going to stay with me. Good. But what about the new business? What about all those other new people that are coming on? Don't you want their business? You're going to want their business. 79 mil? Come on. Are you kidding me? So your score is going to be plastered all over the place. And this is the other thing. Again, the score follows you, right? It follows you like a shadow. So if you want to go to a different hospital setting, when you were in a hospital, now you want to come out of it. If you have a low score, the hospital, you're going to bring the hospital's average down. They're not going to take you on. So it's a negotiating tool as well. I wouldn't want to be in the room with you if you have a low score and now you got to negotiate your contract. I wouldn't want to be you with a low score. Come on. Come on, we gotta wake up. Drives more business, right? The 79 million people. And there's even more now. It was like 44 million in 2020 or something. No, the year 2000. The year 2000. What am I talking about? 2020. See, I'm on cold medication. Okay. Listen, this 1 to 100 point scale. CMS is not stupid. Okay, CMS has very, very, very intelligent people working for them, and they come up with all this stuff. And the reason why they came up with the 0 to 100 scale is because it's easiest for the patient to understand what